Well, it's time to twist. Hike up your hemlines, grab your go-go boots. We're in for yet another retro rehash as the 60s are back with a bang. Isn't that right, Darren?
They are indeed. There's no avoiding the swinging 60s this year.
Are they different this time round?
Well, they are different, you know, because the first time round, obviously, it's the original. But what we're doing is we're taking the essence of the 60s, giving it a twist. So in terms of the fabrics that are being used, zippers, different bits that we didn't see the first time round, and then bringing them up to 2011. And also, you've got to remember the makeup and hair looks as well, which are quite different. So for people who are afraid of going, oh, God, I don't want to look like I just stepped off a 1960s catwalk, in a gorgeous green pea coat.
Yeah.
You know, it's all in the styling. So you can see there, I mean, swing coats, blasts of bright, bold colours, and of course the classic shift dress. There's no escaping the classic shift.
And we've seen all, you know, the designers there doing it at a big cost. Yes. But today you're going to dress up our model Naomi here. You're going to recreate it with a high street
Absolutely.
kind of twist.
You don't need to go Prada and all that. You can go high street on it. Okay. And you know what? Like Naomi's wearing here is a classic shift. It's black. And you know what? Every woman should have a black dress like this because they're so versatile.
True, yeah.
But we're going to dress it up. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't wear it on its own with some tights. At the start, I love layering. You know, I just think it brings lovely texture to a look, Naomi. I think you're better in dressing yourself than
I think some women are a bit nervous about layering. You know, I look at magazines and I think it looks really cool when you see, you know, waisted, waspy type belts used with sweaters, like I'm sure you're going to do now.
Like we're going to do now.
Darren, I'm kind of nervous to do it for myself.
Well, do you know what? You have to dress for yourself. And you, Maura, for example, you know exactly what works for you. 3 years of experience, don't go too far off. It's not about following the trends the whole time. But if you want to be a little bit adventurous, I mean, I love the lightweight knit, but be careful because they can add bulk.
Okay, so that's why you're putting this little belt on.
Yeah, and plus it kind of just marries the colours in again. So we're kind of going slightly monochrome with this.
That's
and
a nice
you know,
belt.
It's a beautiful little belt. That's €21 from Warehouse.
Okay.
Lovely little jumper again, very lightweight. It's not about being chunky.
Bulky, yeah.
It's lightweight, lovely little pocket detail there with the skirt. What we're going to do now is add our jacket.
Okay.
Our coat. So
very
again,
bright.
Love it.
I know, it's great.
Carnaby Street, Mary Quant. Eat your heart out.
And that's real 60s, isn't it, with the buttons and everything?
It's so 60s. And you know what? You could even change those buttons if you want, to have a little bit of fun with it. Take them all out and pop in another colour, just to have a little bit of fun with it and make it original.
Good price for a winter coat, Darren, €40.
€40 from Pennies. Hard to top, I have to say. But we're going to add some little shoes on, Naomi.
Okay.
Okay, obviously...
Good. Oh, yeah, so you're keeping to kind of a black kind of a shoe just to match a lot of stuff.
Without this jacket, you have a very monochrome look. And we've gone with the peep toe heels. Obviously, you know, flats were big in the 60s, over-the-knee boots, depending on how much leg you want to actually go for. And we're going to finish this look off with a lovely little touch of monochrome in the bag.
I really like the way this whole thing looks. It's great.
It's so simple. Like, it's lunch of a Saturday afternoon. It's even a workout outfit. It's whatever you want. And, you know, it's all very affordable. This bag is €44 from Oasis.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much, Naomi. I'll let you go now for a second. You look fab. Off she goes. Off she goes for the lunch.
I tell you. I'm hungry with the smell in studio.
I know, yeah, I know. This lovely little turkey and chicken was fabulous. OK, there's a rail of, say, the best of High Street that you've picked for us.
Yes, there is. Now, obviously, we can't mention the 60s without the Mini.
Of course.
All right, it was when it was invented. And it's questionable about how short you should go, but this is lovely texture in it. It's kind of a woven piece, right? This is from Pennies.
And that's nice as well, because I like the A-line. You can afford to go a little shorter with an A-line, I think.
Absolutely, and it's very flattering to all shapes and sizes. This is from A-Wear, so it's a completely different take on the look.
Cool, isn't it?
So again, you could wear this belted or you could wear it flowy if you want, but again, it's just print. So you have bold colours, you could go for print, or...
I love the bottom of that.
Yeah, look at that. Like a lovely blast of colour.
It's very nice.
And it's very simple to wear. You don't need to style it up too much. Or this piece. So a little bit of glam. This is from Warehouse, and I just love the jewelled crop sleeve on this.
You know what? That is 60s, but you get away with that in a lot of different seasons because it's just very straight.
But you know, that's the key, Maura. That's the key. It's buying pieces that you can channel and change and get lots of wear out of.
OK. Now, of course, your usual. We have a challenge. Two budding stylists. Come in, guys. We have Declan and Fiona. Now, Declan, I know you're a graphic designer, but you want to make the leap into full fashion.
graphic designer by day, but I love fashion, I love styling. I think I'm into magazines and stuff like that. So, yeah, great opportunity to be here today.
Very good. OK, and Fiona, you're a mum of three.
I'm a mother of three, yeah. I have 2-year-old twins. So I'm just sort of got my figure back and I'm really back into my style and my fashion.
Great.
I know, look at her, doesn't she look fab? What age are the girls, the twins?
2. Just gone 2, yeah.
OK, the challenge before you. You have two models, two beautiful models.
Yeah.
You are to dress them with the clothes from 3 high street stores, which you have here on the rail behind you, and you have 30 minutes to do it. What do you feel? Happy enough?
Yeah, excited. Yeah, cool.
God, they're very chilled all together.
Sounds easier than it is, let me
Sounds
tell you.
easier than it is. And then Darren will judge you and he'll keep an eye on you throughout this whole challenge. OK, are you ready? Then let us start the clock. Let's get the clock up there. Go. You can start looking there. OK, stay tuned to see what score Darren gives our stylists today in this retro rerun challenge. And maybe you think you could do better yourself? Well, if so, all of Darren's info on this look is always on our website. You can also take a look at the Airtel page. That's 340. Now, what is going on and what's coming into us today?
Well, we were talking about 60s fashion with Darren earlier, and on Facebook we were asking who and at what age can get away with wearing the mini skirt, and we've got a load of comments coming into us there. Audrey Fitzgerald left a message. She said, if you have the figure and most definitely the legs, then why not? But 40 plus is a definite no way.
What do you feel, Darren?
Contentious issue. I think if you have got pins like no one else and you know you can rock them, well then go for it. You know, the likes of Demi Moore looks fantastic in a
Sarah Jessica Parker.
But I mean, these are specific type of women and specific body types. However,
I bet there are women out there who really have great legs who can look as good in a mini, but mini. You're not going to go so short.
But this is it. And you know what? The good thing about coming into winter is you can wear opaques and it makes it a hell of a lot easier. So, you know, unsightly blemishes or whatever it might be in the legs are covered up and you're all sorted.
OK, Tam, anyone else getting on about that?
Well, Andy Robus feels that anyone should stop wearing a mini skirt when they start getting varicose veins, which I would think anyone would agree with that.
You don't need to kind of say that, to be totally honest. So thanks.
And then there was a message there for Rachel Allen. Delighted to see her on the show. Caroline Kennedy left a message. I've made chocolate cake and several other recipes from Rachel's book, and I love her because she uses everyday ingredients, not the ones that are impossible to get. And I would love to spend a day cooking with her.
I know.
So simple as well.
No, she is really good. And actually, somebody else got in touch there, said, I'm a big fan of Rachel's, love her book. And I was meant to ask her this when I was cooking with her. Would Rachel ever consider creating a phone app? Well, I asked her that off camera, and she said she actually has one. So that's great. OK, thank you very much, guys. Now, still to come today, with less than 10 minutes left, our two fashion fanatics put the final touches to their models. Get the Look Challenge is all about the 60s today. Who's going to be awarded that coveted style star by Darren? Will they manage to recreate the swinging 60s in style, but with a modern twist? Stay tuned and we'll talk to you about it after this. See you in a minute. Welcome back. Now, still loads to come today. In a minute, Rachel would lead us into temptation with a devilish dessert. Sure to kill any diet that you're on, so forget about that for a few minutes. Now, myself and Rachel have been looking across the studio as Darren Kennedy. He's overseeing here who's succeeding in swinging it in our 60s Get the Look Challenge. Our fledgling stylists are doing their thing. How are they getting on, Darren?
They're doing well. They're going hell for leather, Maura, let me tell you. Two very directional looks, a bit early to call yet, so we'll wait and see. Lots of colour.
I like what I'm seeing. Yeah. We like what we're seeing. We really do. Now, earlier on the show, we gave two fashion fanatics just 30 minutes to bring their retro style into autumn-winter 2011. They had 3 high street stores to choose from. They had a model each to dress. And Darren Kennedy, of course, is to make the decision on who the coveted style star is going to go to. But first of all, let us hear from our budding stylist. I'll go to you first, Declan.
OK, cool.
You were dressing Naomi, the beautiful Naomi. Tell us what you did.
She was very easy to dress. I went for a day wear kind of look. I just found this timeless piece, this tweed jacket. I think she could wear this today and she could wear it again next year. It's beautiful and it's really keep her warm as well. And then I followed that up then with a little white polo shirt for coming into the winter months as she's walking around down the streets and stuff, going meeting the girls. And then this gorgeous, really light sheer blouse with the
I like the way you've put the polo under that. Isn't that good, Darren? Because normally I wouldn't expect that under a sheer thing. It works.
And it's especially coming into this time of year as well, particularly if you've got an A-line colour block skirt and a nice little polo neck underneath. It's really nice to look.
That's a good idea.
And I followed up with this little skirt, a little bit heavier again to keep her warm. And it's beautiful, just above the knee, bright orange, really stands out. And then the little brogues just for going to college or going to meet the girls for coffee. And a cute little snakeskin bag to top it all off.
Yeah, those brogues are only €11, and I love the polo neck, and that's €5.
And the pockets as well, and this little dress, skirt as well is beautiful.
I love your concern for her warmth. I know. Stop it here, man. Is concerned for her warmth. Are you all right? You're warm enough. You're great. Nobody concerned for her warmth. OK, Declan, I think that's a lovely look. Darren, what do we feel?
I think it's a really nice, really well put together look. 60s vibe is maybe a little bit less than I think it could be, but I love it and I'm going to say no more for the moment.
All right, so we have a bit of mixing of kind of a country kind of a look in there as well with the tweed.
The jacket and the tweed is quite heritagey. I love the brogues, and I think, you know, if you've got the legs for it, definitely wear brogues, and the short skirt is a great look.
On that style guru, can anyone wear brogues? Do you have to be like, it's Naomi about, what is she, about 5'11", I'd say. Do you have to be that height?
If you've got cankles,
Okay.
don't wear brogues. Right?
All right, that's thick ankles.
Yeah, seriously, just don't. And, you know, if you've got a good pair of legs and you know they're good and you've got a nice bit of length in it or you know how to dress to make yourself look longer, well, then wear flats. Otherwise, be very, very careful because they're not for everyone. Although they can be nice with some skinny jeans as well.
Okay.
You know?
If you're wearing them with jeans, should you wear them with a bare kind of tights or should you wear a sock?
I love a sock.
Yeah, I think
just
they're
with a
kinda
bit of
cool.
fun. Yeah. And then you can play with colour and texture as well. You can get a nice chunky cable knit sock in there, little blast of colour, like myself today.
Oh, yes.
A little bit of stripe.
Very good, very good.
Why not?
Declan, would you like this kind of look yourself?
Yeah, I could just see like in a photo shoot or something like that, like out in, as you say, countryside or something like that. Would be really cool.
Okay. And if you didn't see Declan earlier on, Declan's a graphic designer who wants to go in full-time to fashion.
Yes, please.
Okay, Fiona, mum of 3, you have created a lovely look as well. Very, very colourful here, Anika.
A lot of colour. Gorgeous, gorgeous coat. You know, anybody would wear this. I really think it's absolutely beautiful. Got the orange polo neck, which is great with the pink short mini skirt, and we've mixed it all up now with our tights and our purple shoes.
Now, I love the way you've clashed the orange polo and the fuchsia skirt. That is really groovy and very 60s. And of course, polo necks were all 60s.
all the rage, yeah, absolutely.
And the tights. Now, you've been very brave with your colours. Look at this mustard tights.
I thought, you know, rather than try and match something up now at this stage, we've just gone all in there, all out. Yeah. Lots and lots of colour.
Again, it's very nice. I like the prices here as well. Look at that. That's only €15 for that little skirt there. And the tights are €2. Do you like coloured tights? I
do, yeah, absolutely now. And even now, polka dot tights are all back in, all sorts of stuff. Really
now, Fiona, I know that you're an actress as well. Have you been on Fair City? Somebody told me.
I've done a few little bits in Fair City.
Yes, she has.
Extras. And yeah, it's kind of my hobby. But I do a bit whenever I can get out.
And is fashion really your thing?
I love fashion, absolutely love it. And I have 3 children, and the youngest are 2. And now that I've gotten my figure back, it's just really enjoyable to start wearing clothes again.
I bet you're dressing them up like little dolls.
Oh, God, so much fun. And my 6-year-old, who would kill me for not mentioning him.
You know what? I thought you looked familiar. I didn't realise you were an actress. That's why, when I saw you, I was like, she's familiar.
Okay. So, lovely look there. 2 different looks. But, Darren, you have to make a choice.
I do. And, you know, they are very, very different looks.
Okay.
I love this as kind of... This is something I can imagine Twiggy back in the day sporting, you know, in London. And then Declan's look, as I said, is you know, it mixes up a couple of different looks, which is a really nice way of doing it as well.
So which one?
Ultimately, which one? I'm going to have to say Fiona.
Oh, good for you, Fiona.
Yes, congratulations. I'll turn it around.
Yes, your star.
Well done, well done.
Thank you very much. Well done, Fiona. Well done, Declan, as well. I'm sure we'll see you again. Okay, guys, thanks very much. No, 2 lovely looks there. Well done for you. We'll do it all again next week.
We will.